to the Cabbage Patch on this rainy Saturday afternoon. I'm Dad.
I'm Tom. I'm Gus. And
What
don't
are
go
you-
outside. It is raining water fireball things.
Oh my goodness gracious, yes it is. What did we play today?
Fireball Island.
Fireball
Curse
Island.
of Volcar.
Curse of Volcar. So Target was having a special. This game is usually $80, but for some reason it was only $30. So I'd heard great things about it, so I went ahead and grabbed a copy of it, and we just played it for the first time. And it's a remake of a really old game. In the first version of the game, you roll the dice to move. In this version of the game, you get a hand of 2 cards.
So it's $50 less.
It's $50 less. You get a hand of 2 cards. You get 2 cards that you can use to move. And if you can see here, this card says move 6. And on the card, there might also be another action, which might include dropping a marble onto the path. And different things happen. So you start off at a helicopter pad, right? And I never made it off the island, but we'll talk about that in a second. You start off, you land at the island, you move your number of moves, you collect treasures that are strewn around the island on the way. Card might tell you to rotate Volcar, which is the active volcano. And this sort of big vacuum formed plastic island has spaces for everything. You might also rotate trees, or it might tell you to knock a marble off. And I will get to that. One of the things I didn't much like about this version is sometimes when if you don't knock the marble off with enough oomph, it doesn't do anything. And there are a couple different kinds of marbles. There are the embers, and then there are the actual fireballs, which are these red ones. And the game starts off, and I don't know if you can see this because the board is huge. The game starts off with only one fireball available to drop in what they call the scar on this side of the island, which you can't see. And when you drop the fireball from the island, you take one marble at a time and knock it down. Throughout the map, there are some obstacles, and there are some unstable things, bridges and ladders, right? So you're supposed to move every move that's on your card, right? You move every move that's on your card, unless you hit a bridge, then you have to stop, or a ladder. And that's it. You collect treasures.
Or unless the final thing is occupied by another player.
Right. Exactly. So you, when you use the marbles to knock things over, you might knock over another player, and that gets you a treasure from them. When you hop over another player as you're going along, you might get special treasures. Tommy absolutely demolished us. He got like 40 points over there. I got 6.
I thought I was going to win because I was getting a lot of points at the beginning of the game.
That's got 21. But that said, it's a cool game, and it's fun. It was really easy to learn.
And Dad only got 6.
I did only get 6. It was really easy to learn. You collect treasures at the end of the game. The game end is triggered by somebody getting one of each of these color snapshots, and that brings the helicopter back. Or all of the cataclysms are triggered. And one of the special action cards are these cards called cataclysms, and once you have 3 of them, and all of the marbles, all 4 of the fireballs are on the island to be used as marbles in this. You shuffle the discard deck from the action cards back into one deck, and you get 2 more turns to finish it. And I think you may have messed that up a little bit.
Yeah. And there isn't always 4.
It starts with 1, and you get, and each time you play one of these cataclysm cards, you add another marble to the stack.
And we ended up having 4.
We ended up all 3 cataclysm cards, so all 4 marbles are in there, absolutely. And then you have 2 turns to get back to the helicopter. Something to say? So that you get off the island. And then after those 2 turns are over, or after all 3 players are back on this little helicopter over here, we score. And you get points for multiples of treasures. So 2 treasures of the same type get you 3 points, 3 treasures get you 4 points, 4 treasures get you 10 points of the same color in the 2 different colors. Each snapshot, provided you make it back to the helicopter, is worth 5 points, it looks like. I think they're all worth 5 points. And that's it. It's pretty easy to play. It was pretty fun. It's very tactile. It's very big. So I had to bring out the tabletop in order to fit the whole game on.
There's a lot of little details.
There's a lot of little details. So let's talk about what we liked. What do we like?
I like the physics.
Like
Physics.
the physics, the marbles, the actual marbles.
Physics.
Yeah. What is there? Is there anything you didn't like?
The fact that it's just randomly stops.
It then randomly stops. Tommy, you guys played cataclysm cards to make it stop.
No.
Oh, yes. So sometimes, the thing I didn't like this either, sometimes the marbles get caught, I don't know if we can make this happen, on the seams of the board, like here. If you can see that, you can't quite see that. It got, several times a marble got launched out of the volcano and just stopped right here as opposed to continuing down. Now I can't make it happen, obviously. So that was annoying. The direction is not quite as easy as it could be to move this volcano back and forth because you end up vibrating the board. But that's pretty much it. It was a fun, quick family game, and I think we'll play again, yeah? Anything you want to say about what you liked or didn't like?
I really like the map, the details, the satisfaction of treasure.
Right. If you knock another player over, you get to take one of the treasures, which is cool.
This game.
Yeah?
This game is rivaling the Throw Throw Burrito.
Uh-oh. We're going to say it's rival. It is physical. Well, I guess we'll get to a score. I think that's it.
I haven't said it right.
Oh,
I
what did you say?
find it a bit sad if the characters can't get to the top of
Well, yeah, but whose fault was that?
us.
They prevented me from getting to the helipad by launching fireballs at me as I was trying to escape.
I was going to take your money.
Yeah, well, so that's the sad part. Anyway, so that's the thing you didn't like. If you don't all get to the chopper, somebody dies. If I don't get to the chopper, you don't get to score these points. I
Yeah.
would have tied with
How I
Gus.
like to think it is, he does actually get to the chopper like he can float, but he uses his camera.
Well, you still score. That may be a good thing. It's not. You don't die. You still get to score at the end of the game. You just don't get to keep any scores associated with the snapshots.
Okay.
So I think that brings us to our score.
I'm going to give it a straight out 3.
You get a straight up 3. How about you?
3.
Oh my goodness. A 3 and a 3.
This is a 9. Give it a 3.
I'll give it a 3 only because you guys tried to kill me and I don't want you to do that again. All right, we'll give it 9. We'll give it 9. It is fun. It's a great family game, and I imagine after this video we're going to play again because it's a lot of fun. So it's like Throw Throw Burrito, huh? That's pretty high praise. Well, in that case, it's rivaling Throw Throw Burrito. Well, I mean, in that case, do you want to do the outro? Are we done? Is there anything else you want to add before we go? Tommy, anything you want to add? Camera's over there.
Pro tip. Don't let the fireballs go. Don't throw them so far they go over the map.
Oh, yeah. If you knock a marble off the map, like flicking it too hard, you lose the treasure. That is a thing important to remember. Also, the souvenir cards that you collect throughout the game are supposed to be more useful than I think we let them be. So there's some things to keep.
Yeah, I never got hit, so I never got people to back.
Right. So nine burritos. 9 cabbages. You did it to me again. 9 cabbages. Maybe we should call it the burrito channel.
No.
No? All right. Well, in that case, I think it's time for the outro. We can go ahead and play it again after we put the video.
Subscribe, like, hit that bell. Tommy, leave a comment if you wish. We can't do cabbages, not us though. Because the island is going to explode. And all you're going to spend your class from this eating cabbages, or you're going to spend them getting to escape.
Get to the chopper.
Okay. See you
All right.
later.
See you guys later. Thanks so much.